Hello once again. So, in continuation to our previous session, wherein we discussed about the Scrum events, in this session, I'll be discussing about the sprint planning, the first Scrum event, which is sprint planning. Now, before planning a sprint, you should know three type of questions in your mind: what, when, how. What are we planning to do in this sprint planning? Why are we doing that? How are we doing that? All right. So, the main focus of sprint planning is to define the work that a team has to do so as to generate a product goal. All right, this is the first thing. And second thing is to create a product goal. To create a product goal, first thing is to define a work, how we will achieve, to plan actually how are we achieving the work that we have to do in the sprint so as to meet our product goal, a sprint goal, I'm so sorry, sprint goal. And the second is to create a sprint goal that can add value to the stakeholders. Okay, so I'm very slow just because I want you guys should understand. So two things. First is we have to define what work we will be doing in the sprint and defining the plan that how will we achieve in that. And then secondly, we have to define a sprint goal. These are mainly the things that we have to achieve in sprint planning. This is called what part. Now, why part is again to build an increment, to build a product value, to add value to our product. That is why. We all know why. And then how. So before how, let's understand who the team members will be in the sprint planning. So the team members will be our product owner, scrum master, and the development team. These three are the mandatory. The optional can be whosoever the team wants to involve in that meeting, who is directly or indirectly related to the increment, is can be admitted in the sprint planning. Okay, so yes, and then we have our input. So before sprint planning, what inputs? Do you want to pause this video and scratch your brain a bit and just think through what can be the inputs of the sprint planning? All right, now I will proceed. You can pause and think and then you can resume that. I will proceed. Inputs first, the main input is our user stories from the product backlog that we will be involving in our sprint in order to build a product increment. Second will be capacity and velocity. You should know how much is the capacity. I will be teaching you about the capacity in the next session, but you should know how much is the capacity of your team. Only then, as a good scrum master, you can negotiate if the team is overcommitting or the team is burning out. If you know the capacity, or if the team is undercommitted, even if the team do not have secret. So if you know about the historical data of the capacity of your team, the velocity of your team, only then you can negotiate on that aspect. Okay, we will discuss about that. Secondly, we should know the product goal, the input of, I'm not talking about the output, I'm talking about the input. The input of sprint planning is the product goal. We should know what is our product goal, what are we trying to build, right? And third is definition of done. So guys, without definition of done, you should know what is a definition of done, what all should be listed in that before planning your sprint. Only then you will be able to match and then create your sprint goal. So definition of done has to be an input for your sprint planning. Now, the main topic of sprint planning is sprint goal. As simple as that. Sprint goal. Nothing deviating, because we are just building the product for our stakeholders. Now there is something called work planning. So work planning is like who will do which work. Since we are self-managing team, work planning is to be managed, collectively thought as a team by themselves. All right. Then we have output. What is the output of our sprint planning? Again, you can pause, think, and then come over. Very simple. The output of sprint planning is sprint goal. Sprint goal. That's it. Who all is accountable? We are self-managing, collectively working team. We will all are accountable. Now, what is your role as a Scrum Master? So, sometimes Scrum Master role is shadowed and not considered important, but trust me, your is the major role in every Scrum event. The first is sprint planning. In sprint planning, your role is facilitation of the meeting, the main thing. Asking the right set of questions for building a stable product goal. Asking the right set of questions. Having the decision-making authority. You should not struggle. There are conflicts in the sprints. You should have that decision-making authority based on your input data, based on your capacity, based on your team's performance, based on all sort of data. You should have the decision-making authority. Now, you should also make sure that your developers are subdividing your user stories into tasks, or rather subtasks. So story point is to user story. Hours are to task. So task is easy to track because we put hours for the task, and one task can be done in one day. So that's how we manage usually when we think about that, how are we managing internally. You should make sure that your development team is dividing the user story into tasks, and you can then go and measure their progress through Jira. You should make sure team is adhering to Jira. They are tracking everything in Jira. You should be proactive enough in tracking these terms, right? So this is the roles and responsibilities of. This is not all this. There are many which in upcoming sessions we will be discussing, but mainly in sprint planning event, these are the roles of the Scrum Master. So next we'll be covering capacity planning in next session.